Set 3. 8 friends R, D, P, A, B, M, L and K went to a magic show. G, the magician asked 7 of them to come upon a magic scale one by one, leaving D behind. He weighed all friends individually on the scale, which the friends verified as their correct weight. Then he did some magic on the scale and put 6 of the friends at a time on the scale, leaving 1 friend behind. So D was already not there out of those 8, and then 1 more friend was left behind. To everyone's surprise, the sum of their weights as shown by the scale did not match their actual weight. He repeated the same exercise with another combination of 6 friends, and the 2 weights did not match again. He went on to weigh 4 more such combinations, but none of them matched. So if we look into this, out of 8 friends, if 7 friends go, and if we are only looking at 6 friends weighs, so there are going to be a total of 7 cases where each friend is left out. So he does it once, he does it twice, and he does it 4 more times. So he does this only 6 times. Then he invited D on the stage, the one that he had left behind, did his magic and took his weight correctly on the scale. Everyone was shocked. He then took the weight of all the 8 friends together on the scale. The weight was correctly recorded. Later, the trick was revealed on a TV show, Magic Secret Revealer. The recorded footage of the 8 friends was shown. First point says the weighing scale was rigged in such a way that the machine reported an error if the weight was from 150 kg to 400 kg. Since the phrase used is from to, that means these 2 values are inclusive. Second point says the weight reported increases by 10% from the actual weight if the actual weight is from 150 kg to 350 kg, 350 kg not included, and decreases by 10% from the actual weight if the actual weight is from 350 kg to 400 kg. So here 350 and 400 both are inclusive. Third point says the weights reported in the 6 combinations of 6 friends at a time were 315, 322 and so on, while the final weight was the 8 friends was 483 kg. The weights in this scale were rounded off to the nearest integer. It is known that weights were in the order where A gets the lowest and D gets the highest in some format. Also, if any combination of 7 friends stood on the scale, the correct weight would have been shown, and for a combination of 2 friends, the correct weight wouldn't have been shown for just one combination. So the 6th point looks more likely that it is going to help us eliminate the cases that we are about to have. So there are 6 combinations. And the weights reported are, let's write them in the increasing order as given. So 315, 322, 325, 381, 375, 361. And for all of the 8 friends was 483. So we will keep this in mind, 483 kg. Now it says that if the weight is from 150 to 350, 350 not inclusive, then it will increase by 10%. So 10% of 315 is 31.5. If I add 31.5 here, okay, so the reported weights are these. So if the actual weight was, let's say, less than 350, so it would have increased to 315. But if we take it as more than 350, so it should 350 and more, so it should decrease by 10%. So this is definitely a decrease. So 315 divided by 0.9, which will give us 350. Now we have 322. This is again a decrease. So since it increases by 7, we can increase it by 8. 325. So this is again a decrease. So since we added 3 to it, let's add 3 to it. So 361. 381. So if this is 381, so if we want to decrease it by 10%, so it will become more than 400. So definitely this is an increase happening. So what number plus 10% of that is 381? Which will be 381 by 1.1, which will give us 3 51, 40, 44 and 71, so 346. 375 should also be an increase and 361 as well. So 375 by 1.1, so it decreases by 6 here, so let's decrease it by 5 here, and 361, so there is a decrease of 14, let's decrease it by 13, 328. 328 plus 10% is 33. 328 plus 33 is 361. Okay, makes sense. 341 plus 34 is 375. Makes sense. 346 plus 34.6 is 380.6, 381. Makes sense. So using the third point and fourth point, you were able to figure out the combination, actual weights actually. Now, when the weight reported is 325 kg and this is given, fine. Now we know that total 8 friends weight is 483 kg. So can we say that the weight of the remaining people will be 483 minus the sum of the weights of those 6 people? Now for those 6 people, the sum of the weights is, should we add one of them? Should we decrease? Okay, let's forget about this. Right now, we know that we have 483 kg as the sum of the weight of all of them. Fine. Now let's use another logic. Suppose the weight of the 7 friends are A, B, C, D, E, F, G and H. Let's take simple values, where H is the weight of Daman. And if you look at the sum here, the actual weights, can we say here that one of the friends was there every time? Because we did not made all the 7 combinations, we made only 6. So one of the friends never left the podium. And then every other friend was accounted for 5 times, because for the 6th time that person was not included in the actual weight. So it will become 5 times B plus C plus D plus E plus F plus G. This should be equal to the sum of the actual weights, which is going to give us 350 plus 358 plus 361 plus 346 plus 341 plus 328, which will result in 8, 9, 10, 16 plus 8 to 4, and then 4, 8, 12, 18, 23, 28, and then this is 6 into 3, 18 plus 2, 20. So 2084 is the total weight. So we can rearrange this as 6A as 5A, and let's take that 5A along with BCD sum that we have already looked into. So this is going to give us 2084. Now, this particular statement that says if any combination of 7 friends stood on this scale, the correct weight would have been shown. If you look at this part, it means that the weight of any combination of 7 friends plus weight of the heaviest friend, who is Daman, H, is going to be 483. That's exactly what we have here. So we can say that the weight of all the 7 friends plus H is given as 483. Right? Okay. So from here, can we say that the weight of any combination of 7 friends out of 8 friends is going to be greater than 400? So that means the heaviest guy, which is Daman, it's going to be less than 83. And if it is going to be less than 83, we can have cases when H is going to be 82 or 81 or 80 or 79. To what extent can we drop down to? Can we go up to 77 and so on? Okay, so let's look into each of the cases. So Daman is going to be 82 or less kgs. Okay, so let's look into the cases. The first case, when the heaviest one is 82 kg. So when the heaviest one is 82 kg, and we know that this is 483, so that would mean the sum of A, B, C, D and E and F and G, this is going to be 401. Okay. Now, we know that A plus 5 times of this is 2084. So that would mean A plus 5 times of 401 is going to be 2084. So if we solve this, this is going to be 2005. That will result in A is equal to 79. Now, if A is equal to 79, that means the weight of B, C, D, E, F and G, this is going to be 322. Now, we know that the weight of 8 friends was 483. The weight of 6 of them is 322. The weight of the lightest is 79. Now, if you want to find out the weights of the others, what we can do is we can subtract these values from 401. So 401 is the sum overall, and if we subtract 350, 358, so 401 minus 350 will give us 51. 401 minus 358 will give us 43. 401 minus 361 will give me 40. 401 minus 346 will give me 55. 401 minus 341 will give me 60. 401 minus 328 will give me 73. So these are the 6 weights where the lightest guy is 79 kgs and the heaviest is 82. But if you look at the weights of the others, it turns out that we have somebody who is less than 79 kgs also. So that means this is not possible. Okay, let's take the second scenario where D is going to be 81. In that case, the sum of A to G is going to be 401, that we already are aware of. No, it will be 402 because the sum is 483. So this is going to be 402. 81 plus 402. And we also know that A plus 5 times of 402 is 2084. This will give us the value of A as 5 less, that is 74. Now, we will get the value of B, C and so on up to G is equal to 402 minus 74, which will give us 328. So that's a increase of 6 here. Now, if we subtract this 328 from, if we subtract 402 from this 350, so we will be getting 402 minus 350. That will give us 52 and 44 and then 56, and then 61, and then 74. There is one more value missing, which is going to give us 41, 56, 61, and 74. So again, we can see that the lightest guy is 74, and we are getting the values more than 74. So this is not going to work out. A is not the lightest guy actually. A is the guy who was not accounted for in those 6 cases. He may be the lightest, he may not be. So we should rather not write A here. We should rather write it something like this. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. These are the 7 guys. Okay, so this is if you look at the combination of any two, it will give us the wrong weight, right? 52 plus 44 is going to give us 96, and can we have any more possibility? For 56 and 61. 44 plus 61 is 105, and that is 95. So anyway, this would result in two combinations of two people giving the wrong weight, right? We will not get the same weight. Let's look at the third case when H is going to be 80. In this case, the sum of all the values from A to G is going to be 483 minus 80. And we know that A plus 5 times of 403 should result in 2084. This will increase the value of the guy who was always weighed, as this will increase by this will decrease by 5, right? So this is 69. Okay, this will result in the sum of all the values up to G as 403 minus 69, which is going to give us 328. Sorry, 334. Now, if we calculate the weights of all of them, it's going to be 403 minus 350, which is going to give us 53. 403 minus 358. So this will give us 45, and similarly we will have 42, we will have 57, we will have 62, we will have 75. So these are the weights that we are going to get. Now weight of for two people, it's going to be the H is 80, A is 69. These are unique, right? Here we have a repetition of 74, and in the first one, so there is no repetition here. So this is possible. If this is possible, we can definitely know how much does Akriti weigh, how much does Kriti weigh, because that's the sequence. So the lightest 142 kg is for Akriti, and the next heavier 145 kg is for Kriti, and so on. What about the next possibility, the fourth one, when H decreases to 79? So the heaviest person, Daman. So we do know that the sum of all these values up to G is going to be 483 minus 79, which will give us 404. And we also know that A plus 5 times of 404 is given as 2084. So this will give us A is equal to 64. So this is the weight of one of the guys. We also know that sum of everybody from B to G is going to be 404 minus 64, which is 340. Now, if we calculate 404 minus 350, 358 and so on, the weights that we will be getting would be 43, 46, 54, 63, 43, 46, 54, 58, 63 and 76. So this is a very much acceptable sequence. There is no repetition whatsoever. The next scenario is the fifth one. If we take the heaviest guy to be one more, 78. So we know that sum of all the values from A to G will increase by 1, which is 405. We also know that A plus 5 times of 405 is 2084. So this is 2025. So this results in A is equal to 2084 minus 25. That will give us A is equal to 59. So it will decrease by 5. Sum of all the values from B to G is going to be 405 minus 59, which is 346. Now the weights are going to be 405 minus 350, 358. If we calculate all of those, we will be getting 55, 47, 44, 59, 64, 77. Here we will find that there is a repetition, so not possible. Let's look into the next possibility. When H is going to be 77, we will have sum of all the values from A to G is equal to 406, and A plus 5 times 406 is going to be 2030. So this will give us A is equal to 54, decrease of 5 over from the previous answer. The sum of B to G is going to be 406 minus 54. This will result in 352, an increase of 6. If we calculate the weights, 406 minus 350 and so on, we will be getting 45, 48, 56, 60, 65 and 78. If you look into this, there is a problem. 78 is more than the heaviest guy. So this is also not possible. Which means if I reduce H to 76, we will be getting values of the other 6 person who is not among the heaviest to be more than 76. So further we need not check. So we have only 2 cases possible. One case where the heaviest guy is 80 kg and the other case where heaviest guy is 79 kg. Fine. So let's draw a table, fill in both the cases and start solving the question. Question number 11. What is the maximum possible weight in kg of Rajat? So for Rajat, we can see we have 69 and 64. The maximum is 69. Since it's a theta question, we should type in 69. Question number 12. What is the maximum possible weight of Lakshita? So we are looking at Lakshita. We have 2 weights possible, 53 and 54. It's a theta question, so we have to type in 54. Question number 13. What is the minimum possible weight of the heaviest person? The heaviest person being Daman. The minimum possible weight is 79. So we will type in 79, it being a theta question. Question number 14. If 2 friends could have the same weight, what would be the maximum possible weight of Akriti? So we will have to look into the two cases. So let's look at those two cases. In case 2, this was possible, and in case 5 this was possible. And if you look at case 2 and case 5, the maximum weight of Akriti was 44 kg, as in the lowest weight that we got in both the cases was 44. So 44. 44 is what we are supposed to type. Question number 15. If for only 3 combinations of 3 people, the true weight could be shown, what is the weight of Brahmrita? Since only 3 combinations of 3 people's true weight could be shown, this is possible in case 3. The weight for the 8 friends are 42, 45, 53 as it is given. So the true weight could be shown only for combination Akriti, Kriti, and one among Lakshita, Brahmrita, and Mahima. So these are the 3 people, out of which 2 are definitely Akriti and Kriti, and the third person could be any one among these 3, for which it is going to be true weight can be shown. So we are looking at Brahmita. So Brahmita's weight is going to be 57. In other words, in case 3, what is the weight of Brahmrita? 57 is what we are supposed to type in.